Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here tonight, as all of us are, to pay tribute to an American icon, an actor, a filmmaker, and truly one of my personal heroes, Mr. Clint Eastwood. I'm also here because the AFI is paying me $20,003, making me the highest paid megalomaniacal boy king in all of Babylon! Don't get me wrong, Clint. I wanted to be here. But my quote is my quote. If I lower it for you, I have to do it for everybody. That's all. Not many people know this, but Clint Eastwood was one of my first supporters in the business. At the time, I was a struggling actor, and I was cast to play the part of a crazed, drug-fiend rock star named Johnny Squares in the Dirty Harry film, The Deadpool. For the Sure, you can applaud for that. All right. For my audition, I was put on tape singing an Alice Cooper song. I went completely nuts, tearing up the office, doing contortions, spitting into the camera. Afterwards, I wondered if I had gone too far. In those days, I still worried about that sort of thing. But when I finally met Clint, he just said to me, "I love that tape. And I show it to all my friends." Naturally, I was elated. I wanted to do the best possible job that I could do for this man. You know, the first day of shooting, I showed up with all these wild ideas. I said, I have a ton of ideas that I want to try out, Mr. Eastwood, if you don't mind. You know, I was expecting a little bit of resistance. But Clint just looked at me, then looked at the producer, David Valdez, and said, "Well, maybe we'll just turn the camera on and let him go." I improvised for about 2 hours after that. Then with Clint's help, we honed the final performance down to this little piece that I'd like to perform for you now. Hey, man, I can handle it. I was a tad over-prepared that day. But that was only because I was working with a legend, someone whose movies I had admired for years. Every guy in this audience, though, at one time or another, has lived vicariously through Clint Eastwood and his mythological characters. He's our equalizer. He's the one who could settle the score for us. The man that every man would love to be. When a bully was pursuing you and pushing you around in the schoolyard, you'd think to yourself, wow, there's just no justice. Then you'd see a Clint Eastwood movie, and you'd realize that that bully grows up to become the guy who gets his butt kicked by the man with no name. You know? It's our salvation. I don't know if they meant this. It's just really a theory of mine. But I think the reason why he had no name is so that we could fill in our own.